Alright. Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. And peace and blessings to all you brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so this is going to be a quick sit down about Icbm missiles in the scriptures, okay? Because the whole world is deceived about this one topic, okay? That there is no such thing as Icbm missiles being the great weapon, or one of the great weapons, I should say, that the Lord is going to use to destroy Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is play this video of basically the American government calling the missile an arrow. Okay, so here we go.
The United States is the only country to have used nuclear weapons, not once, but twice. And it took 71 years for a U.S. president to visit one of the targets. President Obama refused to apologize for the annihilation of Hiroshima, but he called for a moral awakening.
We can chart a course that leads to the destruction of these stockpiles. We can stop the spread to new nations and secure deadly...
Basically leading up to that point, this is 2016, all right? No one ever questions the reason why America always wants to do away with nuclear weapons, all right?
Materials from fanatics.
His actions as president, though, have ensured that the world will fear nuclear weapons for Obama's lifetime and beyond. It was President Obama who began a $1 trillion modernization of the U.S.'s nuclear arsenal, making its nuclear bombs smarter, its delivery systems more accurate. The fear among disarmament experts is improved accuracy will make the use of nuclear weapons more likely. U.S. presidents will feel they can finely tune a nuclear strike with precision.
So as you heard, okay, the technology that's out in these times are going to be more prevalent and relevant, okay, for the nuclear missile to get used, all right? And I got a scripture for that. Real quick. All right. It's Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood," because that's how they used to fight back in the day. Okay, they used to have the line, so to speak, which is the soldiers with shield, spears, and swords. Okay, holding the front line. You know, if you want to take a look at that, you know, look at 300. Okay, that's a good example of how wars were fought. All right, but it says in this time, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, in this time right here. That's what's going to happen, all right? Because these right here, and Salaki, 1 second, brothers. All right. Let me just get this up and running here.
The arsenal will be even more capable than the current version. And when you pair this with what other countries are doing to upgrade and modernize their forces, I think right now the world is facing a renewed nuclear arms race.
The US's nuclear deterrent is based on what's called the triad. Missiles can be launched from land, sea, and air to make it difficult for an enemy to destroy the arsenal in a first strike. In 1967, the US had 31,255 nuclear warheads. 2 treaties with Russia have reduced that to 1,550 deployed at any time, with thousands held in reserve. However, President Obama's administration reduced the stockpile at the slowest rate of any post-Cold War presidency, a trend that's likely to continue, if not reversed, under President Trump. What has changed under President Trump is there's now open discussion about whether the president should have the sole authority to launch nuclear missiles. Senators are discussing whether to take that power away. But an accidental nuclear strike is also a concern. Since 1950, the public has been told of 32 broken arrows, or nuclear weapon accidents. They're unintentional.
So did you hear that? He said broken arrows, okay? So, we're going to finish this out, and then I'm going to go into what these missiles were designed for, just that you've seen in the video, all right? So,
launch, detonation, or loss. The latest was in 2007.
The U.S. flew 6 nuclear-armed cruise missiles from one base in northern United States to south of the United States, but didn't know the missiles on board were armed and loaded. They were. And they landed at the base and sat for 24 hours, unguarded. No one knew they were there.
It's clear that President Trump, like his predecessor, feels nuclear weapons are just too strategic an asset for the U.S. to part with. And it's likely that other countries will follow the U.S.'s lead. Shihab Ratansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
So there you go. All right. Let's get down to it. Because ultimately, that is going to be the Lord's way that he's going to destroy Babylon the Great. All right. So I just got a couple of scriptures to tie into that. And the first one that I'm going to get is Zechariah, all right, 14th chapter, and okay. And it said, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." Why? Because as you read in Joel, okay, and then we're going to come back to that, all right? Let's get it. Joel, the 3rd chapter, maybe. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Okay, he bring it back up. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay. And then if you read down, the whole chapter, you'll see why the Lord put it this way. Okay. 14. Salaki. All right. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, meaning his holy people. Okay, the apple of his eyes. He had the indignation with them, like you've seen in Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Why? Because of the nuclear destruction that he's going to bring forth, okay? And mainly on this land right here, where, the majority of the captives of Judah and Israel, all right, are held in captivity, all right? Well, we held in captivity together. Thus said Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, all right? 51, Salaki. And let me see. Let's just get that so I can just back it up. Let me find it. Roughly paraphrasing, it says that Judah and Israel shall be held in captivity together, and I can't remember where it is right now, but that's mainly why, the indignation of the Lord is going to be with those missiles upon this land, like it said in Zechariah, the 14th chapter, verse 12, right? And what people don't understand is that these nuclear weapons, ICBMs, are going to play a major part in this third world's war, man. Okay? And let's get a couple of scriptures on that. All right? Start at Isaiah 24. Okay. I'll start at 17. All right. It says, fear in the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. Okay. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare, for the windows from on the high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Okay. And that's pursuant to, in a minute I'll get it. All right. But ICBMs, they typically fly into the heavens, man. All right. And they come down on the target that's destinated for them. All right. And it says, the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved to ceiling, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Okay? And that place that it's talking about is America. All right? So let me just find that scripture real quick. All right. Got it. Isaiah 34 and 5, okay? It says, I'll start from 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass. The mountains shall be melted with their blood. Okay? And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the tree. Okay? And he's describing basically in the ways of how the missiles are going to look coming down out of the sky. And it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right. And when you read on in verse 6, it says talking about how the missile, all right, came from the heavens, came down and obliterated all that was on the land. Okay. Of Idumea, which is Babylon the Great. Okay. The house of Esau, Edom. All right. Let's go to, let's see. Because it's many scriptures, you know, that definitely, depict this throughout the scriptures. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Isaiah 9 and 5, Isaiah 24 and 20. I did. Let's go to Job 20 and 7. All right, 21 and 7. Don't want that one. All right, so this is the final event of what you see today with these proxy wars, and you know, like it says in Obadiah. All right, what you're seeing is all these nations setting up themselves against Babylon the Great. All right, so I'm just going to read Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. So just like you seen on the video, you know, before I started the sit down, all right, you heard what they said, that the technology of today will make the missiles more relevant and prevalent to use. Okay, and that's what it means in this scripture right here, man. All those missiles, all right, that's going to be shot are going to be expertly shot, and they're not going to miss. Okay, and the scriptures say that. All right. Let's go on to the next one. It says, Jeremiah 51:1, it says, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send on to Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up, and his brigandine, and spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. Okay. Okay. And that's what's basically going to happen when those missiles get let loose, man. All right. It's going to be a lot of dead bodies, man. You know, and the scriptures say that the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. But you know, in short, this was just a little lesson, man, on the accuracy of the Salaki brothers, validity of the scriptures. Okay. You know, the Lord has set up great men upon the earth to break down these mysteries, starting from the elder apostles on down, man. And like my camp leader always said, it would behoove you to pay strict attention in these last days, man. So with that, I want to say shalom, and you know, brothers, keep on pushing, because these days are coming nigh, and hey, we almost out of here. All right, so shalom.